Greetings, this is Vane and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. Okay, we're in the Civic Festival, we're still exploring. What crew have we got? Let's go through this one.
Alright.
The person is practicing various combat maneuvers with a wooden train zone. They seem far too busy to speak with you for the moment. Okay. The person is breathing heavy and covered in a fine sheen of sweat as if they just finished some strenuous exercise. They tell you to approach. Yes. What is this place? They nod towards the training dummies. The Warriors Training Center. Chamber. Where's the trainer? Kusai, they shrug, wiping sweat from their brow. Somewhere in the festival, most likely. He's hard to miss, his skin is grey stone. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. Now, we've met Kusai, so we can just... Kusai is over here, I believe. And there's Montague.
Done.
There's Kusai. Talk to Montague. This handsome young man seems lost in thought, his brow furrowed and a slight frown upon his lips. Greetings. Unto thee, Sir Hal, what dost thou wish of me? Are you Montague? I need to speak with you about Juliet. Oh, it gives you a puzzled, slightly suspicious look. I overheard her speaking at the brothel. She's having an affair, you know. You speak falsely. I would have thee present me proof before I came as true. I also found these letters. Here, read them. He takes letters much that, alas, is true. She has found another who loves her passionate. Oh, the heartache that sends its fate, I think. Shall move on to another love and let this other suitor have her, considering the passion of his words. Wait, this was all a ruse. Huh? What is this thou speak of? She's trying to trick you into being more passionate. Why did she simply not say something? I don't think it really occurred to her. Apparently so. So what should be done? Turnabout is fair play. I say ignore the shit, act distant and unconcerned. That'll spice things up considerably. Truly. Trust me, kids, start ignoring her, create some friction, leave them wondering, and they'll be clawing it all over to discover what's the matter, right? What the matter is, right, Chief? Yes, I think she'll think something's wrong, and for one, he'll be playing the game rather than being the target. I like the sound of that very much. Good luck, I hope it works out well. And a farewell to thee, sir. Now I've come some matters to attend to. Should we meet again, we might speak more on the matter. Montague bows and turns to go. Okay. Kusai. I have questions about you. Who are you? What are you exactly? One is of the race called Stone Prince. Kusai is Gensai of the Earth. Gensai?
Updated my journal.
Not partly. Kusai's father, an elemental creature of the Earth, a Dao. Kusai's mother, a human woman of noble heritage. Such is what it is to be a Gensai of Earth. What do you do here? Kusai meditates. Kusai also trains others in the arts of combat. What is it you meditate on? The Way of Stone. We've done the Way of Stone. Vulnerability. Other questions. Question about you. What do you do here? Can you train me? Looks you up and down. Makes a rumbling noise. Slowly holds up the hands and breaks off one of his fingernails with a sharp crack. Kusai would see you break this stone. He hands you the shard of living rock. Break the stone. With some effort, you snap the shard in two. He takes the stones with you and places them in his mouth, chewing them to dust with a harsh grin. Kusai finds you physically suitable. Kusai would ask, why do you seek training? To defend myself. Kusai finds no need for melee then. What do you mean? Kusai means to say that there are many ways to do these things. One may steal an opponent's weapon, leaving him defenseless. But the battle must still be fought. To rely on theft is a mistake. One may hide. After time he nods. One may hide. If one cannot be seen, cannot be attacked, one is invulnerable. But no thief has mastered stealth to such a degree that some foes can't be hidden from. Your scent of very thoughts will give you away. A short while he nods. Mighty spells can smite many foes more quickly than any blade. Mages are like a flask of flaming oil, powerful but once spent, nothing. They are physically deficient. Their spells merely crutches against this deficiency. When one sorcery is spent, the core of combat still remains. He smiles slightly, making a deep rumbling sound in his throat. Kusai finds you fit to teach. Meet Kusai in the training chamber.
Updated my journal.
Ta-da! Okay.
All right.
Regards you coolly with his eyes of granite. You are here to train under Kusai? Yes, train me. Are you a warrior of their trade? No. Kusai's mouth slowly closed. Then Kusai can teach you nothing. Could you make me a warrior? Kusai. The life eyebrow creeps out oh so slowly up to his forehead. Would you forsake your current trade to walk the path of the warrior? Yes, I no longer wish to study the art of magery. Make me a warrior. Kusai is proficient in all weapons, specialising in none, master of many. What would you learn of Kusai? How to fight? Teach me how to fight with blades. You can learn no more at this time. Return to Kusai when you have become more experienced. I will do that. Farewell. Okay.
What is your will?
Things that I would know, Dakon. Dakon, what is Shrek law? Dragon's is, but it is not my will that we speak of this. Drakon, tell me, what is Shrek law? Dakon is silent for a moment. No, it is the place where I have died my first death. What is this place? It's one of the great homes of my people. It suffered many wounds in its life. One of its scars is by my hand. What do you mean? Upon the rolling plain of limbo, people shape cities from the chaos with their thoughts. Know that there is no place for a divided mind. Dakon raises his blade from his shoulders and holds it before him. As he stares at it, it sharpens it almost as thin as a piece of paper. Go on. A divided mind is an unfocused mind. I divided mine fractures walls and weakened stones. As Daklos speaks, the edges of the blades grow slightly, the metal misting and melting along the edges. Many divided minds may destroy a city. I understand. Go on. Long have I known the words of Zerfimon. Through my voice, many have come to know the words of Zerfimon. The Zerf protect the community from all threats, whether to the body or the mind. They are the guiding stones in the chaos. So it came to pass that I spoke the words of Zerfimon without knowing the words of Zerfimon. It came to pass I no longer knew myself. So, you doubted the words? No. Dakon's voice is edged and his blade sharpens in response. I knew the words. Yet it came into my heart that perhaps others did not know the words as Zerfimon knew them. And so division formed. As my mind became as two, as my mind became divided, those that looked to me as a guiding stone became divided. Many scores of Githzerai, many hundreds of scores of Githzerai doubted. Shraxlor died that day. So those who followed you came to doubt the words as well, and the city was weakened. The people of Zerfimon came. Know that their hatred in his words. The enemies of Zerfimon can't know that their hatred of his words and the people lent their blade strength. Know that they had sensed a weakened city and had brought war with them. Many gifts were drowned in the chaos and beneath the blades of our enemies. Small beads of metal appear on the surface of the blade as if it was blistering. Know this happened long ago. What happened to you? As I fell from the walls of Shakradlor, know that myself was broken. My blade was as mist, my mind divided. I was adrift upon the limbo seas, and I wished to drown. I died for days, my mind awash in division. How did you survive?
Updated my journal.
As you speak the words, you feel a strange calling sensation eat its way back through the back of your skull, and your vision blurs. You take a deep breath and steady yourself. For some strange reason, you feel nauseous, as if the landscape had just started spinning around you. How did you survive, Dakon? I suffered. As I neared death, I came to know myself. I survived, that is all. I see there are other things I would know. Talk to me about your teachings. Wish to resume the study of the arts. Very well. Okay, let's move on. This man looks like a bitter, cantankerous old codger. His mouth is twisted into a frown that becomes even more severe as he notices you coming his way. Merry man my name may be, but merry I am not. Off with you, young one. No time for the likes of you. He goes into a fit of coughing from an exertion of shooing you away so abruptly. Wait, Delora wanted me to speak with you. Mary eyes you suspiciously. That's so. About what, huh? Well, she says that you're her first love, and that so long as you hold the keys to her heart, she'll never be free to love another. She told you that, huh? I'm surprised. Perhaps leaving her in under Mistress Grace's tutelage did what I couldn't, started to develop her feelings. In any case, she pats his pocket. I won't just give the keys to you. Wait, those are literally the keys to her heart? He nods. Delora is a construct. Didn't you know that? A creature of sorcery and clockwork mechanics she is, and one of my finest creations, Merriman size, but cold without emotion or character. I brought her to the bottle and set her so that she could not leave, in the hopes that a constant contact with so many others would begin to develop her own personality. The keys are the tools used to set her. She wants them because she feels they're limiting her personal growth now, I suspect. Then why don't you just return them to her? Merriman scowls. Because I've become a cruel and bitter old man who sees he can get something out of you. Go on then, what do you want? I want to forget. I've lived almost 150 years now, and I've seen every sensory stone I've cared to in this grand hall. I've little time left to live, and I'm too weak to get out in search of wholly new experience, so I need to find a way to forget them all. That way I can start again in my final days. How can I help?
Updated my journal.
I need something, some item, some concoction that will allow me to forget. Like a draught of the river Styx, something like that. Right, I'll return when I find something. Farewell. So, if Merriman wants to forget, we can do that.
Done. I'm gone. Done.
Okay.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Thief in training. Hello, have a look.
I'm gone.
That just looks. Because welcome to my stomping grounds, Cutter. Ready to train? Yes, I am. I have little to teach you if you've already been trained, Cutter. If you're strange, then scaffold so I can show you the way again. I understand. Farewell. So that's
Done.
that.
All right. Done. I'm gone. Done. Done.
The short balding man's orange tunic and rather sizable gut give him the look of a walking pumpkin. He has absolute might patterned his large palm with slow rhythm, as if it were a drum. The man's odd crooked smile and strange gleam in his eyes make him look a bit mad. Greetings. The man gives an exaggerated flourishing bow and presents a small card which reads only jumble murder attempts. Sarah Sec is also extraordinaire. He then snatches the card from the grasp and proceeds to eat it, grinning wildly all the while. Morte whispers, somewhere in an asylum is one balmy short. I had some questions, Jumble. Jumble yawns and looks away, drumming on his belly with the palm of his hands. Jumble, my questions? Jumble rolls his eyes, he turns to you, smirks, and bites his thumb. Are you mute? Is that why you won't answer me? Jumble cocks his head and gives you a stupid grin. Slowly he shrugs, then shuts his eyes and sticks his tongue out at you. Let's bluff. I want some answers and I'll beat them out of you if I have to. Jumble raises one eyebrow and takes a step back, opens his mouth abruptly, and through his lips and throat don't move to shape any words or sound. A torrent of incomprehensible babbling begins to pour forth. What the?
Updated my journal.
Journal shuts his mouth and the babbling ceases. He peers at you through narrowed eyes, self-satisfied smile on his pudgy face. Suddenly you hiccup. And hiccup. And hiccup. And hiccup again. Jumble turns his head and waves you away. Looks like you just got a curse thrown down on you, Chief. What have you done to me, Jumble? Jumble ignores you entirely, but find someone who can help me lose this curse. Farewell.
I'm gone.
This person is staring intently at a metal panel mount. After a moment of fierce concentration, they wave their hands and out a string of impressive sounding arcane symbols, all to no effect, unless they continue practice diligently, far too involved with their words to speak to you.
All right.
This person is carrying a sheaf of papers and unbound wound scrolls. They occasionally pause to look through them and read portions of what's written out loud, practicing elaborate hand motions as they do. They look up to you. They look up as you stand before them. Greetings. Greetings, what is this place? This is where aspiring mages come to train and study. Many wizards took their first steps in the art as fledgling sorcerers here. Where's the train?
Updated my journal.
I do not know where Lady Thorncombe has gone. I would suggest you try the sensoriums. Perhaps she spends too much of her time there. Lower their voice for running. Perhaps too much. Sensoriums? Ask Splinter just inside the festival entrance of them. You cannot reach them yourself, but he will take you there. That's all I wish to know. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Sigillians, welcome. Please take your seats and listen to the darks of which I speak. Darks, give me a break. We're not really going to listen to this rattle trap, are we? Come on, let's go find some sensei chips and have... I have never had the pleasure sensation of tasting the fiery passion of a skull's lips. He waggles eyebrows in anticipation. Quiet down, Morte. We're staying. For a while, at least. We've been speaking in somber time. Death. It is what awaits you at the end of life's journey. He coughs slightly and raises his eyebrows dramatically, waving his hands at the same time. Death is not an end, but a beginning. Beginning of more suffering. Beginning of more suffering. Morte, quiet down. For when you die, you shall not cease to exist, no, far from it. The outer plane shall welcome you to their breasts. There, a new life, one as such as you have never known, awaits you there. That's for sure. Morte, be quiet. Shall cast away the tattered cloak of this life and become one of the faithful, a petitioner, and a petitioner on this outer plane. Your life's journey shall truly begin. If you have been a goodly sort of gentleman, steadfast in charity and goodwill towards your fellow bloods, perhaps the light blanketed slopes of Mount Celesta will house you when you die. Your spirit shall pass on to this place, dwelling as a petitioner in the beauty of golden morning, soft sunlight that caresses. He sighs dreamily. And eternal boredom. Please, Morte, quiet. Perhaps you lived your life to betray others and get ahead, giving lies instead of truths, backstabbing others, all to accomplish your own goals. Cold, blood-red sorcery, the plane where all turncoats fall when they pass on, shall be the cage that imprisons you. As a petitioner on this plane, you shall live a life of treachery and treacheries, of lies and lying, knowing a life without trust. Morte, looks like we know where we're both going to end up when we die. Morte, stop talking. As he hunches over, his eyes dart back and forth. And perhaps you have lived a life of bloodthirsty evil, contemptuous of your fellow man, laying others low and doing as you please without a care for who or what you hurt. Then it is perhaps one of the lower planes, Baldur, or the chaotic swirling layers of the abyss, that shall welcome you. Evil to the core are the spirits that come to this place, and most are doomed to mindless cruelty and suffering, or servitude in the dreaded, he whispers dramatically, blood war. And that's if you're lucky. That's enough, Morte. No matter where you go, know this. You shall be embarking on a new life, my Sigillians. And that's supposed to be an incentive? We get to do all again? Gee, I can't wait to be a floating skull all over again. Pikey and Mortard. Spoken just like someone who hasn't died before, huh? Come on, Morte, quiet. Shall be able to start anew without the burden of your memory or your past life, your soul goal, if you will. He smiles at his own humour. Is to merge with this new plane that you are on, becoming one with the ideals and the very substance of the plane itself. You shall be one of the inhabitants, the petitioners on this plane, or ideally one of the building blocks upon which the plane is built. It is the goal of all petitioners. To accomplish this goal, he claps his hands together for emphasis, must hold to your ideals. Oh, this is one big steaming load. Morte, quiet down. Your ideals, good or evil, law or chaos, or somewhere in between. As you approach the alignment of the plane, your journey will end as you become part of the plane itself. It is a glorious existence, my Sigillians. And that is what awaits you after death, my audience. Have a care as to how you live your life, but know it is not oblivion that awaits you after this life. What wash? Speakhead turns to fate, frowning slightly, leans out, trying to see who spoke. A question from one of the living, perhaps? Morte ducks below the lecturer's field of view and then turns to you and whispers, "Go ahead, Chief, tell him the dark of it." Yes, I have a question. Hey? In a physical collection. What if someone can't die? He laughs. Nonsense, everyone dies, friend, even gods die. But suppose that someone can't die. Well then, based on what I've said, he would never reach the outer planes and become a petitioner. I can't die. Oh truly, look everyone, a rare treat. One of the great immortals has graced us with his presence. Greetings, O immortal, the audience laughed. I can prove it. Oh, do. There is more laughter from the audience. What sport? Take heed, Mahone. I think they shall have a rare display of my lecture today. Come up here, O immortal, and we shall see who is right and who is dead. Kill yourself, then get back up. The speaker turns white at this, take a step back. By the powers. I think it's only fair that you prove your point now. The audience watches in morbid fashion. Well now. Go on, die. Here, now. Prove your words to be true. Embrace your life as a petitioner. He gulps. I must confess that I'm not quite ready to depart this life just yet. So this great new life on the outer planes may not be all it's supposed to be. The speaker is aware as of hypocrisy, but is afraid of the alternative. Perhaps not. He glances quickly at the audience. Well, certainly not now. As I thought, I had another question. Dustmen say that this life is where we end up when we die. Speaker chuckles derisively. Some members of the audience chuckle as well. There are countless petitioners, my friend, dustmen among them, who would disagree with dustman philosophy. And another question. Tell me about... Tell me about what determines which plane you go to when you die. Your alignment, of course. Good people are destined for the upper planes, and bad people are cast into the lower planes. He rolls his eyes, clasping in his heart dramatically. May the powers have mercy on their soul. Where do neutral people go? You raise an eyebrow. An excellent question. Excellent. He turns to the audience, raising a finger. The answer is this. A spirit that has lived a life of complete neutrality, with no leaning towards good or evil, becomes a petitioner on the outlands, the lands that encircle Sigil. They are destined for no plane except the land that is right outside our sky, and with which the spire is a part. Explain alignment to me. Forgive me if I did not explain myself for all my listeners. Alignment is your spiritual leanings, good or evil, law or chaos. Alignment is the way you behave, and if is of consequence. as the way you approach life determines your destination when you die. Okay. Tell me about the Blood War. Have you not heard of this, O Clueless One? The war between the Beta Zoo and the Tanari. I do not have the centuries it would take to describe this conflict. Seek out another, for that is not what this lecture is about. Okay, I wanted to ask about one of the planes you mentioned. Oh, which? The Abyss. Plane of over 600 layers of festering chaos and evil. Home of the fiendish Tanari, he gestures dramatically, but you should seek out someone more knowledgeable on the planes than I. Another question. Baldur. 9 regimented planes of lawful evil. He chuckles and gestures dramatically. Home to the fiendish Beta Zoo. Sign a contract with them and you'll be wrapped in their chains of intrigue for life. And he smiles. But you should seek someone more knowledgeable on the planes than I. Mortuary. The prison plane, brutal, cold and washed with red. The betrayers and liars that make their home there. It is said that the Titans are imprisoned there when they were hurled from Olympus. He gestures dramatically. But you should seek out someone more knowledgeable on the planes than I. Mount Celestia. Mount Celestia, plain of eternal good and faith. He clasps his hands together in prayer, where divas fly in the skies, archons rule with honour and nobility, the very model of God goodness. Smiles. But you should seek out someone more knowledgeable planes than I. I had enough question. Never mind, actually, no question. If there are no more questions, get ready to leave. He looks eager to wrap things. Then I shall end this session. Shall continue to lecture here at the hall. So tell all your friends. Stop listening. Leave. Okay.
Done. I'm gone.
3 planes aligned. Thin and sharp-featured, his yellow-skinned cold-wood tattoos, this man looks over the room and his inhabitants with cold black eyes. He appears to be giving a lecture. Stay for the lecture. I am known as 3 Planes of Light, a Giftsarray scholar. If you're here for my lecture, it begins in a few moments. And what size? Come on, Chief, we're really going to stay for this. Just be quiet for a bit more. I want to listen for now. He speaks in a very low, sombre tone. Today I shall speak of the power of alignment and belief and how they shape the planes. First, I shall explain the concept of alignment. Keep listening. Alignment is a descriptor of one's belief and how that one acts upon these beliefs. At their core, all creatures predominantly behave in one of 3 ways: with good in their heart, with evil in their heart, or indifference or neutrality in their heart. They predominantly express each of these core behaviours in one of 3 different ways: an ordered manner, a chaotic manner, and an indifferent neutral manner. Thus there are 9 core alignments that one is capable of. The 9 alignments then are lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, lawful neutral, true neutral, and chaotic neutral, and lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil. Now I shall speak of the power of alignment and beliefs it engenders, from them the very deities gain strength, and how belief can physically affect one's environments. Let's keep listening. A deity must have worshippers, for it is the faith of such subjects which give them power. As converts are made and more come to believe in a god, the more power that god receives. Conversely, when no one believes in a deity, it withers and dies, joining the corpses that no other gods may float. Joining the corpses of other gods that float on the astral plane. It is possible to slay a deity by simply forgetting about them. As much more striking example of the power of alignment and belief, however, can be seen within the sliding of gate towns. First, though, I would define gate towns. Gate towns are towns on the outlands, the largely neutral area which Sigil spins over the centre of. They're called gate towns because they are built around a permanent gate or portal to one of the outer planes. Each of these outer planes has its own alignment. The Abyss is chaotic and evil, Baldur is lawful and evil, Canis is lawful neutral, Mount Celestia is lawful and good. The outlands, again, are true neutral, leaning to neither law or chaos. Sliding occurs when a high concentration of belief in an area of differing belief. When this occurs, the area itself will move or slide to a plane that matches the new belief. Now, the gate towns usually have a strong belief that matches the outer plane beyond the portal, but the belief is not yet strong enough for the town to slide from the outlands and into the outer plane. For example, the town of Ribcage borders the portal to the lawful evil plane of Baldur. As expected, the residents of Ribcage are largely lawful evil residents, but the entire town's alignment and beliefs are not strong enough so that Ribcage will slide into Baldur. For example, Ribcage might one day see the sudden rise of a lawful evil order of clerics promoting their dark beliefs and converting many citizens to the worship of their lawful evil god. Were this to occur, there would be a good chance the town would slide off the neutral outlands, becoming part of the lawful evil plane of Baldur. Whole layers of planes may move in this way. Thus many wars are wars of belief and faith by necessity. They are tools by which territory is obtained and held. This then is the power of alignment and belief to shape the planes. This session is ended. May belief guide your actions and shape your planes to your will. Farewell, all of you. Leave. Okay. So, going to leave it here. This has been Vane doing Let's Play Planescape Torment. If you like what you've seen here, be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Please consider sponsoring me on Patreon. Until next time, goodbye.